Hey everyone, my name is Drunken Gleam and welcome to my channel. Like and subscribe because right now, what am I drinking? I am still drinking the same old wine because this is what I do. And thank you for joining my stream. As you can see, there's a hot tub in the back because this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Right now I'm in Singapore, right? This is how we do it over here. So tonight you're gonna check out a couple things. I'm gonna go over almost all of the Marvel Strike Force community, and I'm going to recap everything in less than 10 minutes. Let's see if we can do it, right? And then after the fact, I'm going to tell you how I met the top Singapore streamer, hot tub streamer, and what happened. Okay, anyway, here we go. Let's do it. Okay, number one, we are talking about the envoys, right? I want to talk about the envoys versus the non-voys. It's not going to versus, right? I'm just saying that there's envoys who are actually officially part of Marvel Strike Force community because they have access to something that non-voys, us non-voys don't. And that's okay, that's cool. So first of all, what happened this week? What happened just now? Actually, this happened literally like 10 minutes ago. Philosopher, right, started talking about the Scourge event, right? The Scourge events was really cool because he actually capped it based off of data hacks or whatever you call it, right? There's data mines of what is going to happen in the Scourge event, and this looks pretty good, right? This is nodes 1 through 10, and we all heard about actually node 5 and 10 using Web Warriors and Dark Hunters, but the thing is the difficulty level is not that bad. So actually, I'm looking forward to this, all right? Thank you, Philosopher. Moving on, now we're going to go to Dorky Dad. Dorky Dad released a video. By the way, all the videos will be linked below if I'm not that wasted. We'll see. I'm going to try to link some things below. There's a lot of links, so drink. Dorky Dad, my boy Dorky Dad, released a video about fixing my tilt. Top 11 top war defense teams and who he targets. And this is great. He's really good at actually making these very visual PowerPoint presentations, right? Like as you scroll through, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, I got that team. I know how to counter now thanks to Dorky Dad. I love it, right? So I definitely recommend everybody check this out. But the thing is, don't forget, Dorky Dad is actually in one of the top alliances. So he's gonna almost maximize. So if you're actually building this team, at least you know who to counter. So this is really useful. All right, moving on. Mr. Hargrave this week, actually earlier this week, had me on his channel. And we basically talked about hashtag not my Wong and how the MCU, right, portrays Benedict Wong as the Wong who actually is not really about the kung fu mastery. It's about the mystic arts, right? Because the current Wong in the game and the new Darkhold team actually is from the 1960s comics, which is, it's just cool and all. But the thing is, if you actually understand where he came from, he was actually a manservant for Doctor Strange. And you know what? It's borderline a little weird, but at the same time, I recommend checking out Mr. Hargreaves' channel. And I talked about this with him for about an hour. So there's a lot of deep dives that we did, deep dives. So check it out down below. Okay, moving on. Run 7. Let's go to Run 7. So what is this? Am I on Run 7? No. By the way, Run 7, he's actually moving this week, but it's really funny because I actually went to his Twitch stream and caught Way Too Raw streaming, right? His wife streaming. It was awesome. And I was just like, oh my gosh. Thanks to Way Too Raw, I'm finally gonna subscribe. So good job, Run 7. I finally subbed to your channel. Thanks to Way Too Raw. So by the way, this was an awesome stream. She talked about what she's doing from her perspective, not all the way in the end game and all the wars, right? She's actually, I don't know exactly, what is she like, level 80 or something? So it's like mid to end game. Really useful for people actually approaching DD3, DD4. So definitely recommend that channel. Moving on, we're gonna go over to Valley Flying. Give me a fist bump, brother. And he just streamed a hot tub stream, right? I'm just like, dude, I actually went on your channel yesterday and I talked about hot tubs, right? And then he does a hot tub thing. So, okay, you know what? My boy, Valley, I've been like this, for the last 3 days, it's all about hot tubbing because I actually met the top hot tub streamer, which I'll get to very soon if you stay with me. All right, so what did Valley talk about? So he actually talked about not only the hot tubs, but he talked about the 4-year anniversary milestones. And he said it's actually not that bad, right? It's doable. It's doable as long as you blitz your heart out, at least 5 to 6 blitzes per day. And by the way, I haven't even blitzed once since server refresh. It's been a long day. So this is what I'm trying to say. If you're going to be in a hot tub, you should blitz. Blitz your freaking heart out, right? So we got Valley flying. Okay, now moving on to Tana. What's going on with Tana? Actually, he had a lot of channel updates, right? He talked about a lot of things, even though he's he's just like, you know what? Nothing's gonna change except he is going to not subscribe. He's gonna apply to the community manager role at Scopely. I'm just like, you know what, boy? He's in Australia, I think. And this role is actually in Los Angeles. It's going to be really hard to work remotely. But then again, they are looking for remote and international community managers. So, good luck, Tana. I hope you get it. But the thing is, you're still not going to get Gambit. You know that, right? Even you're part of Scopely, you're not going to get Gambit. Just because you join Scopely, if you do, they're going to push back Gambit just to piss you off and see what you do. So this is what's going to happen with Tana, I think. Also, he talked about how Gambot 2.0 is released, right? So on my Discord, by the way, join below my Discord so we can continue this conversation. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? Gambot 2.0 is a really useful bot about war counters. Okay, let's move on. Okay, moving on. By the way, he also talked about Benny Westside, right? He's actually working in a collab with Benny Westside. It's actually a really nice graphic. So Benny Westside's awesome graphic designer, right? I believe he used to be an architect or something, really good. He also works with Pathfinder Gaming on his Discord, so definitely check him out, right? Also, this week, he just became an official non-voice. So welcome to the non-voice, Benny Westside. Moving on, there's another non-voice that's joined the non-voice. It's actually, what's his name? Ixen. My boy Ixen over here. Actually, Run7 recruited him, and he's from Sweden, right? We're trying to get more international, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to get people all over the world because we want this community to grow. We don't want to piss off people, right? And talk about all the negativity that's happening. We want this whole community to grow everywhere in the world because it's such a great game. This is why we're still engaged, okay? So definitely check out Ixen, right? He's good. All right, moving on. There's he's not a non-void, but I checked out his channel, Canal MSF Brazil. This guy, check it out. Look at all his graphics. He's reviewing freaking Ms. Marvel and everything. I checked it. I can't understand a word he says, but he's doing the Brazilian community a favor by doing this, right? So definitely check him out. All right, moving on. Rolf Kieran. Okay, Rolf Kieran, is he actually on? I think he's actually on. Oh my gosh, freaking ads. So Rolf Kieran, he's a local Singapore streamer, right? And he's actually really engaged. And actually, when I met the top streamer in Singapore, he knew about her. I'm just like, damn, I guess it's 5 million people. You get around. My boy Rolf Kieran, definitely check his channel out. Okay, I'm gonna put it down below, right? He's really good, so check him out. Okay, moving on, finally, we go to the Nature Boy 80, my boy, the Nature Boy. So he has a patch review with Mr. Free to Play, like really good video, check it out. Also, he and I want to do a hot tub collab. So let's just see how we actually do this. I don't actually know where he lives, but the thing is, I'm sure we can figure it out. So we'll see. Okay, and finally, thanks for staying with me this long. And now I will tell you really quickly how I met the top streamer in Singapore. Okay, really quickly because I got 1 more minute. So from my hotel room, I checked her out. By the way, I have the details in another video stream that I did a couple days ago, so I'll link it below. But in a nutshell, all I can say is that from my hotel room, I looked downstairs, I'm like, hey, there's a good looking girl. I couldn't tell. I mean, she's wearing a mask. I don't know. I think she's streaming. And then of course, I'm just like, oh, it's time to go to the gym and work out or something. And I just ask her, oh, what's your name? And she's just like, oh, it's Kira Kitty or something. And then of course I check her out on Twitch, and she's streaming to 1,500 people. Anyway, check out my stream over here. Oh my gosh, over here, right here. I will link it down below as well. Well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining my stream. I think I did a decent job at trying to make sure that the Marvel Strike Force community is represented, from the Envoys to the non-Voys, right? It's really about the culture and enjoying this game, So tune in, like, subscribe, join my Discord, because I'm going to try to do this every single week. A quick recap of everything that's going on from my perspective. Thanks a lot. Peace.